Hello everybody, video here for you today. These are the retro no-cap recaps of The Curse of Oak Island Season 4, Episodes 4, 5, and 6, originally aired in December 2016. If you missed my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link in the upper right. Let's get into it. Previously on The Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 228 years. With the money pit area leveled out for all of the needed equipment, the targets are the Valley 3 borehole, where Craig Tester drilled into what they believed was the side of a vault, and the C1 borehole, in which a camera picked up something with a gold color. The team gets ground-penetrating radar data from Smith's Cove that indicates human manipulation several feet down. The expert points out this U-shape that could be from digging and the abnormalities in the middle. Craig wants to excavate in Smith's Cove. Alex and other members of the team travel to Halifax to look for the 90-foot stone. There's no sign of it in the building that was once home to the bookbinder shop that once housed the stone, nor in the Halifax Club, where they were told someone saw it as part of the floor. Lee Lamb, daughter of Robert and Mildred Restall, visits the island again. Her mom found the 1704 stone amongst the filter system, referring to the coconut fiber and eelgrass covered box drains, while her father was digging in Smith's Cove. She has brought the 1704 stone back to Oak Island. Lee further tells the team that the filter system was right in the middle of the 1850s Searcher cofferdam that Craig says was an arc from the large rock on the left to the area on the right, highlighted here. She also brings up the vertical shaft her father found nearby, and Rick says he will try to find it based on the Restall maps. Lee's father, brother, and two other men were the third through sixth deaths during active search on Oak Island. It's time for serious digging in the money pit area. The oscillator on the surface will grind 60-foot long, 40-inch wide caissons into the ground all the way down to the vault. The hammer grab will smash and grab soil and anything in it, removing it. Once the way is clear, a diver would have access. Dan Blankenship has the honor of powering up the oscillator. The spoils from the money pit operation are dropped into a truck and driven 1,000 yards away to Lot 25, where they are carefully examined to make sure nothing is missed. Here, Charles finds a wood beam with a dowel in it. Jack Meadow detects the first load and finds this shell casing. And also this metal object that Charles says is heavy. They bag and tag the two items for further study, just like everything else has been during the Laguna search. Randall Sullivan, writer of the 2004 Rolling Stone article called The Curse of Oak Island, visits. Turns out he is doing research for a book. The Lagunas say they will be open to anything he turns up. Randall later visits Dan Blankenship for the first time in 13 years and says he thinks the treasure would have to be huge to be worth the amount of work done on Oak Island, and that the Inca treasure that went missing between conquistador visits would be the right scale, but he is skeptical that it was moved from Peru to Nova Scotia. After getting a permit to dig the area believed to be the hatch on Zena's map, Rick, Craig, and Jack return. They find that there is about a foot of sediment above hard ground all the way across that they can't drive rebar through with a sledgehammer. So it's not a hatch per se, but they speculate that it could have been a shallow hiding place for treasure. Rick says they are not closing the door on the hatch, though. The dig is near target depth, and we are shown hammer grab buckets full of only water, soil, rocks, and other natural items. But this one finally comes up with wood. Rick has reservations about continuing with the brute force method, so Marty agrees to stop work for the day to discuss how to proceed. The issue is that if it is a vault or box or something historic and valuable there, Rick wants to be very careful. Marty's point is that it has already been penetrated and compromised, once by them 2 years ago and twice by M.R. Chappell in the 1930s. Episode 6 begins with the war room discussion that results in the decision to use the airlift system to see how fast it fills with water again and to see if any loose items are pushed to the surface. The water is being refilled almost as fast as it is being pumped out. They ran it with more power for 5 minutes and it still refilled very quickly, proving that the hole is connected to the ocean. Intending to just skim the surface and pick up loose debris, the machine apparently tears apart this wood. But it proves they were extremely accurate because this is their core sample hole from 2 years prior. The next grab pulls up these big pieces of oak, 7 inches thick, and with clay on them, matching the historical record of the found and lost Chappell Vault. The only problem is they appear to have circular saw marks on them, a device that wasn't invented until right around the time the money pit was discovered. Rick goes to get Dan's opinion and work is shut down. Dan says it's probably the shaft built by M.R. Chappell's son, Mel, in the 1930s. He was only able to build about 10 feet until flooding stopped him as well. Alex, Jack, and metal detection expert Gary Drayton go hunting on Lot 6, previously owned by Samuel Ball. Gary finds this chain under the soil in a straight line, not in a clump. And then this copper or brass ring. And this coin. But it's milled, which means only about 200 years old at most. Undeterred by the bad news on the first target, it's time to slam can into C1. While waiting for the season 11 premiere of The Curse of Oak Island on November 7th, I'll continue recapping seasons 1 through 8, most likely multiple episodes per video, just like this one. Upcoming streams is Ramsey Coach with Coach Steve Money most Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central Time. Except for this Saturday, which is the 27th? I think so. It'll be this weekend. It will be on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Time. And we also have the Ramsey Show After Show, which is, as I'm recording this, tomorrow. That will be Thursday, October 26th, right after the Ramsey Show video on YouTube ends at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 Central. Also another after show on November Nope, not 11th. Either the 8th, 9th, or 10th. There'll be another after show. I'm not sure which day I'll be off yet. And if you don't know who I am, once more, it's Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach. And if you've got money problems or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation / assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is in the description as well. And that appointment is through video conferencing, so you can do that from anywhere in the world. Email about coaching or anything else on my YouTube channel, like Oak Island. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. You can add me on the gram at CoachSteveMoney. And of course, this YouTube channel is youtube.com/CoachSteveMoney. Thank you so very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment.